Hey guys, my name is Naaman Sturb.
My name is Togo Simba.
And my name is Nobo Konkwo.
And this is the Wakanda Perspective. Okay, so to kick off our channel, we wanted to have our first video discuss who we are, and what better way to address this than to talk about what our name is, the Wakandan perspective. And can anybody guess what that name comes from?
Black Panther?
Yes, very true. Black Panther.
I want to be a great king, just like you. You're a good man, with a good heart. And it's hard for a good man to be king.
So therefore we'll be discussing how we relate to the movie and what the meaning behind the movie, what it means to us. Yes, so we want to discuss three things about the movie. We want to discuss the depiction of race, gender and woman empowerment, and what it means, what is the meaning, behind Wakanda Forever. So first, I think it's best if we just give a little background of the greatest movie of recent time, Black Panther. So with its debut in theaters February 16th, 2018, Black Panther centers around T'Challa, the son of T'Chaka, and he successfully succeeded his father, although after his death, in Captain America Civil War. And it's centered around T'Challa as he's taking the reins of becoming king of Wakanda. And in this position, it's not easy. So he has to protect Wakanda from Claw, a villain who has troubled Wakanda for years. He must also address Eric Killmonger Stevens. Obviously, you see that's where I get my hair from. And obviously, he must prevent a kind of global recolonization of sorts. That's what Eric Killmonger, that's what he wants.
I waited my entire life for this. The world's gonna start over. I'ma burn it all.
However, he's up for the challenge, and with the help of his sister Shuri, also one of the smartest Marvel characters, his love interest and super spy Nakia, and General Okoye, the only person with a greater hairstyle than Togo. He takes on these problems and he proves why he's worthy of calling Black Panther. Okay. So just a little more background, the movie went on to receive numerous awards and nominations, including winning Best Costume Design,
Black Panther, Ruth Carter!
Best Original Score,
and the Oscar goes to
Ludwig Göransson.
Black Panther.
And Best Production Design.
And the Oscar goes to Hannah Beekler, production design, Jay Hart, set decoration. For Black Panther.
Okay, so in our research, we found some very interesting stuff. Associate Professor of English Delise Williams outlines three theses surrounding Black Panther. She said, one, Wakandans are not black. Interesting enough, at least on first. Two, the fantasy around this alternative future of Wakanda. One thing that's not been colonized is about the erasure of the very history that produced blackness. And three, she says that Eric Killmonger is the only black person in the film. As we understand black, right? As we understand the term black and race, we understand it in the Western world, right? And one thing that was colonized, right? Because obviously all of our countries have been colonized, right? But for Wakanda, in the movie, it wasn't colonized, right? So with that not being colonized, they don't know about, again, colonization. They don't know about race. They don't know about the term race. So maybe it's not just about, so maybe she's not saying they're not black, obviously skin color, because they're black skin color, but maybe they don't fit the parameters of being black. They don't fit the parameters of being black as a race, because they don't have a race in Wakanda. Because everybody's one.
It's presenting like Black Panther is for the black people.
Yeah.
So for me, the race needs to be there, because you can't say that it's just everyone is equal. That's not true. Because Black Panther is identified for the black people. So for me, there's a race. Wakanda, it means the tribe of the black people.
And like trying to show you like, you know, how we live our life in a way, and like trying to like add some implement some like some culture and like how we act as black people, you know.
So with that, do you think that Erica Monday is the only black person in the film?
Oh no, I don't think so. They have Nikia, they have Okoye, and they also have Sherry. So like the film covers a lot of black history, and also covers like what I love more is that they actually used people from Africa, and they actually used like black people to actually like make the movie perfect.
If I'll give example, like I'm here in Canada, Noble, he's here in Canada. It doesn't mean that we have changed the race.
Sure.
We are still black. We are
Uh-huh.
still having our descendant from Africa.
We still have our
And I still like recognize myself that I'm a black person from Africa.
Yeah, true.
You said something about how they use some people from Africa, obviously, like when you look at Kokoy and Nakia and Shuri.
Uh-huh.
So again, those all are just powerful, you know, black women, right? So obviously, as we know, obviously the powerful black sister that we have in Togo. How do you relate with that?
Black Panther.
Like the characters.
The characters, yeah.
For me, I love the characters because it was like a part of them. They were like celebrating the beauty of being African women, and at the same time, like showing them empowering, and at the same time to show them the powers they had, like they have the African women. And I will give example like. You know, in Africa, so many things has happened. Like they look down on women, and the women they are like nothing, the lowest people. But Black Panther is like something like showing to the young people that you have the powers, you can be anywhere you go. And I'll give example like in Nigeria, you know, they have to take the Boko Haram, they kidnap all the girls. So you know, like they were showing you here in Black Panther, giving example how they use the powers to go and rescue those girls. So it shows that we African women and the African girls, they have a right to be whatever they want to be, and they have the powers to.
I would say it also shows like that strength as women, because most women in Africa, they put them down and don't allow them to shine in a way. So it shows that strength as women, shows that intelligence.
And it also shows like, you know, this other Okoye was showing Nikia was showing about moral and political. So it shows that even as an African woman, we don't need to be scared to enter into politicians or political things. That it shows that immoral, we can do something better.
That just remind me, an article we found about Marlene D. Allen, and it's titled, "If You Can See It, You Can Be It, Black Woman Magic," right? And I think she said this term is coined from Kashawn Thompson. This black girl magic, saying like this is how films show power, resilience, and intelligence in black women in film, right? And obviously, like you said, the Shuri and obviously Okoye, right? So I got a question for Togo. Who do you associate more with? Do you associate with Shuri, the intelligent one, Okoye, the strong one, or Nakia, the one who's bound by morals and politics? Who do you agree with more?
For me, I would say that it looks like I can say that I said I agree with all of them, because even like everyone was showing about it different how African women, they can have their different gifts. Like some of them, they can be having their strength in political, and the others their strength is intelligent, and others maybe it's the strength of the beauty or the magic and the powers. So it shows that it doesn't mean that if someone is intelligent, then someone is not intelligent, then they can't do anything. No, maybe they have their strength in a different way. Maybe it's in politics or maybe in other things. So it's just to empower them and to see what the gift they have.
You hit on it earlier, talking about Boko Haram and the terrorist attacks and what happened to the groups of women who were taken. So what do you think of these women now? Are you suggesting that, you talk about freedom, right? Are you suggesting that as being free, like this is what black women can be? They can be strong, they can be smart, they can be whatever they put their minds to.
Yeah.
Without bounds.
So for me, what I think black women, they never meant to be abused or to be used with different things. They meant to do something great in this world. Like what I gave example like Shuri, like even like Okoye, all of them like they are women, but for the young people, those who were like taken by Boko Haram, those children, I know that those young girls, they had their own gifts, they could make something different, but their dreams has been shattered because they have been abused, they have been like used with different things, and they have been like just to close their mouths, so they can't do anything. But that's not what African women, they are supposed to be. We have also something that we can do something great in this world.
From the movie Black Panther, when we watch it and we see how Wakanda was expressed, you know, and how like the culture and everything, people always think it's real, right? And it's like somewhere in Africa, because I have friends that like always ask me, oh, where is Wakanda? And I'm like, where is what? You know, which is it's amazing the way the movie made it look so real, that like in an actual place, right? Haven't you guys been asked that type of question if Wakanda was real?
All the time.
Mm-hmm.
All the time.
But like if you watch Black Panther, you see it directly addressing issue of colonization, right? Wakanda is a country with unimaginable wealth and superior technology, which has been kept hidden from the world.
Yeah, with the like unimaginable wealth, I think. Yeah, you can definitely relate it with the DRC, because we found like on the BBC that the DRC, whether you believe it or not, it could be one of the most richest countries in the world. However, because of slavery, because of colonization, it isn't, right? And it just went through like all the wars and all the things that it has been through. Yeah, just as a country as a whole, it is not. So what I found was very interesting is that half of the world's cobalt, like a lot of like in the mines and everything, half of that comes from the DRC. Right? And also like they mine cobalt, and they mine obviously other minerals and stuff, but they also mined coltan, right? And that's used in like electric cars, right? So new technology now,
which was also shown in Black Panther,
right? And it's so interesting because maybe Wakanda, that's what the DRC could have been, right? I mean, obviously like futuristic and all stuff, you know, Black Panther, we understand, but just the parameters of what the societal and technological advancement of Wakanda, that could have been what the DRC. What the DRC could have been, right?
There are so many countries in Africa. We have rich in minerals.
We have natural resources, you know, like
South
also in
Africa, we
Nigeria.
have gold. In Nigeria, they have diamonds. So all of the way it's from Africa. So I think Wakanda is showing that Africa could be like that, and all of us like Africans wish African could be like the way how they've shown in Black Panther.
True.
In that article, I think she also points to like what it calls like a blacktopia, right? Black utopia, it's a play on words. How do we get to that point? How do we get to that point where we can successfully say, you know, Wakanda Forever, right? Where we can finally say, you know, we have achieved, you know, that sense that, you know, we can all move forward, that we all have grown, and that we can be like, you know, just like Wakanda. We can be smart, we can be accomplished.
I'll say it's more of like, you know, keep studying, like keep the education going, keep you know, helping one another. Like
for me, I think it's like especially the Wakandas, we need to have a positive attitude in our minds. We need to forget about the negative. We need to forget about what happened to the past of our ancestors, because we are in a different world. We are in 2019 now, so we don't need to think of that. And this time it's about to think of technology too. We need to be associated with those things, and we need to have that idea of learning more and even going to school to have more skills. And we don't need like to think less. We have to think that okay, we can do it. We can reach at that point. Like I'll give an example, like Black Panther is just showing us that we can do it. We have that. We have intelligence. We have a brain. So to move forward, it's about us. We need to work hard for that, and we need to do what other people they do too. To have them.
So moving forward, like you said, that's how we move forward. Right? We take education seriously. We support each other. Right? You know, build our community.
Grow ourselves.
Grow ourselves. Yes, and you're right. That's how we grow, right? But how do we? So that's us as a people. But as a world, how do we move forward?
How do we move forward?
Yeah, because honestly, I'll answer for myself. I think as a world, not just as Black people, right? Because we we're all connected. We all have
Yeah,
family.
true.
We all have family and friends that aren't just black.
It's gonna be more of like less hate and more love. You know, less hate and love one another, because hate is a strong word. You deal with more of the loving and forgetting the past. Yeah, it's happened. Move on. Like, it's not easy to say move on, but still have that love in your heart that okay, see, this has happened. I forgive you. I forgive this, and I'm ready to move on. And you will see how your life as a human will be changing, because then you've left dealing with negative thoughts and negative attitude, and more focusing on the positive side of life.
It's I would say that I would take the quote of my assistant Nelson Mandela said, knowledge is powerful. So as young people, we need to seek knowledge every day. We don't need to think of less. We don't need to think that, okay, because I have bachelor's degree, then I'm done. No, you need to think more, beyond, go beyond, go to an extra mile. Yeah.
It's just only it's only little things that separate us, right? And I think that if we all come together, we understand that, then we can truly grow
as people. And also the mindsets, right? It's also the mindset. Once you deal with that mindset of everybody's one, then you see life differently.
Yeah. So I think that's it. I think that's our first video, right? So again, guys, just stay tuned for our upcoming content. But until next time, this has been the Wakanda Perspective.
Thank you so much.
Wakanda.